what's up YouTube? Welcome to the shop. Tonight we're gonna start wrenching on my sled build for the year. This is my new to me 2019 Cat M8000 Hardcore 153. Now, I bought this sled back in May of 2021. It's a beautiful example of what a used snowmobile can be. It's got really low miles, around 370. It's also sporting some really nice accessories like a TKI belt drive. It's just in really, really clean condition. So got an awesome base to build upon, and I've got a whole host of really cool aftermarket parts to throw at this thing. So I can't wait to see how it's gonna turn out. So let's start turning some wrenches, tear this thing down, and see what we can build. So I've got the sled all disassembled. I'm gonna try to knock out the hardest to install parts right from the start. We're gonna be putting an Elevate kit on this sled. It is a twin rail sled, so it's getting 2 rear elevated rails and the rear skid. We're also doing a set of aftermarket running boards on this machine, and I wanna talk about each part as I install them. So for running boards, I chose Black Diamond Extreme BDX boards. These are made from extruded aluminum, much like an OEM would use. They've got built-in traction. They're really strong and lightweight, and they're just really cool looking. The powder coat on these are really nice, and it matches the tunnel really well. So we're gonna be finishing the install on these first, and then we're gonna move to the rear skid. Now, I did get a rear bumper from Black Diamond Extreme. It's not currently here yet, so hopefully it'll show up before I edit this video. So let's get started riveting these on and go from there. So I stayed late last night and I got the running board installation all done. Super happy with the decision to go with BDX boards. They are really high quality. There's gonna be 0 snow buildup compared to the stock ones, and they've got a ton of traction. So really happy with them. I did have to install part of the wrap due to the fact that it was gonna get sandwiched between the new running board and the tunnel. So you get a little sneak peek at how that looks. Today we're gonna turn our attention toward installing the Ice Age Elevate kit. So since this is a twin rail sled, it's gonna get 2 new elevated rear rails. We're gonna knock that out first, and then we're gonna install the front billet spindles. These are raised 2 inches over the factory ones. Now this kit's supposed to do a couple things for this Cat Ascender chassis. It's supposed to get that front end up out of the snow, making it a more playful sled. It's also supposed to make the sled more predictable and easier to get on edge. So those are great attributes, but we can't deny the fact that they're just gonna look super cool. So let's go ahead and get started. Can't wait to see how they're gonna look. I've got the Ice Age kit all wrapped up, and I'm going to be installing a Cobra pull cord as well as their billet pull handle. Now these Arctic Cat Ascender chassis have a little bit of issue when it comes to the cord rubbing on a few items underneath the hood. It likes to rub on the main harness, so I'm going to try to zip tie that further out of harm's way. They also like to rub on a welded on coil tab, and I think this varies sled to sled. Mine's not too bad, so I'm not too concerned with it. But one thing to note is the Cobra pull cord is a thinner diameter, so hopefully it'll rub on things less. It's also supposed to be stronger, better quality, and it's got a 100% lifetime guarantee. So I'm not going to show this installation. It's going to be pretty straightforward. I just wanted to note that I am going to be installing both these items. So we're on the home stretch of the build here, and I've got several miscellaneous small parts to install. I'm going to film the installation of some of them, and some of them I'm not going to. I think this video is getting a little long-winded, so I do want to talk about each part quickly and shout out a couple guys. First off, I want to shout out Kyle Hustis from Freshie Built. He hooked me up at Heydays with a full CFR bar setup. He's super familiar with these bars and what bends fit you and your sled well. He's familiar with Polaris's, Arctic Cats, and Ski-Doos, so check him out for sure at freshiesbuilt.com. He also hooked me up with the Solid King ski rubbers and a B&M Fab bumper. Now, all the pros are running this bumper. B&M is quality stuff. They also make some really nice running boards and rear bumper. So we'll be installing that as well. Another guy I want to shout out is Ethan Morehouse from Morehouse Motors. He's a Arctic Cat dealer up in New Germany, Minnesota. He hooked me up with a upper cowl off his 2022 146 build. He went with a lightweight build, so he didn't need his headlight or upper cowl. Mine has the gray one. I want to get rid of all the gray on my sled. I was fortunate enough to have him sell this to me. So beautiful piece right off of Brandy's sled. Also got a billet Arctic Cat accessory fuel cap. Also picked up a couple of things like a 3D Logic front brake lever. Now this is a plastic one with a billet insert. Also comes with a parking brake lever. I have a really nice TKI billet one on my sled right now, but I'm concerned with the fact that that strong billet's not going to give if I hit a tree. That plastic master cylinder is. So hopefully this is the best of both worlds. This is new for this year. I think that's going to be a really nice piece. Another thing that's a great addition to the Ascender chassis is this Protect Air kit from BDX, Black Diamond Extreme, or SSI. It's basically a layer of frog skins. It's an insert that goes inside the hood / intake of your sled, keeps the water out of your engine. Last couple things here is I picked up a used Skins seat. This is their low profile seat. Once again, I'm trying to get rid of all the gray on my sled, and a lot of people like this seat. Now if I don't like it, I probably won't run it. It's a lot lower than the factory one, but I do have it and we'll probably install it right from the start. Now the last thing I got to put a wrap on the project, literally, is I picked up a full wrap from Octane Ink. I think they're the best in the business, guys. Super high quality vinyl, super glossy, sweet designs. They got a really nice website, so check them out for sure as well. Now this is a semi-custom wrap. I picked one of their designs off their website and I added my logos to it. So that's gonna be a beautiful wrap. I can already tell because I've installed some of it. So we're gonna go ahead and start installing all these miscellaneous parts and put a wrap on this project.
All right, guys, so it's a full year later. I did not get my rear bumper in time to go on my snowmobile trip last year, and so didn't get the video done last year, but got the whole machine done now, and I'll show you guys how it is sitting. So I got the BDX rear bumper. What's really cool about it is it's got that new kick-up design that everybody's going to, and a problem with that style on the Arctic Cat is the fact that their taillight sticks up. So BDX, Black Diamond Extreme, has solved that issue by putting a taillight in the rear grab handle. It's a really cool setup. Looks really trick, fits really nice. So really cool rear bumper. And then that was going to be the build for last year. So I did add a couple things. One of the things being a preventative maintenance type thing. I added the new Arctic Cat adapt clutch to this machine. So the team clutches that came stock on this 2019, they're known for exploding, causing all kinds of issues. So Arctic Cat has designed their own clutch, and it's supposed to be a large improvement. It's lighter, it's narrower, it's got some great features, but the verdict's still out on whether it's more durable or not. So that's something I added. You can see the ring gear in there, and there's a starter motor in here now. So that's the last mod I've made to this thing. I added electric start. So it's probably my favorite mod I've made to this. So it's so nice to be able to just hit the button and start this thing when you're stuck and tired and out of breath. So I got a kit from Arctic Cat. They sell a harness and retrofit kit. It's designed to work with their electric start rear tank and seat, both of which I don't have. So since I'm running the skin seat, I wanted to keep that setup that I have. And so I sourced a lightweight lithium battery kit from Black Diamond Extreme as well. It's a pretty cool setup. They've got a 3D printed bracket, lightweight lithium battery that goes underneath the hood here. It's got a quick disconnect, like winch type plug, if you want to take this thing inside at night. But I've had zero trouble with this thing starting the machine in the cold weather so far. So like I said, kept everything under the hood, moved the solenoid here, shortened the harness. Now the Arctic Cat kit is pretty involved. You've got to tap into a bunch of connectors, fuse box, starter motor goes underneath the throttle bodies. It's a pretty big project, but it allows you to have electric start on this machine. And so that's probably my favorite mod, but it's been an awesome sled. I've had it on 3 or 4 snowmobile trips, put several miles on it. Really like the twin rail Elevate kit. Performs good in all snow conditions, and couldn't be happier with the build. So we're going to leave you guys with some glamour shots of this machine, and hope you guys enjoyed the project and the video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Oh,